Hello, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. It's been a minute since I posted a video on here, and I thought, heck, it is about time that I'm back. So, I just wanted to post a video. I don't even know, just chit-chatting and saying hi. It's been about I would say a year since I posted anything, and I just kind of wanted to talk about positivity and the law of attraction. So I guess just tips and tricks, and I don't even know. I'm gonna take that off. I'm feeling constrained, so here I am. But I just wanted to kind of talk about just saying hi. So, I know I only have a few subscribers on here, but whatever. We're doing our thing, huh? So I just want to talk about positivity and this concept that I've learned lately that pretty much has brought me so much peace. And I know it's a little dark, kind of far away on my countertop, but that's brought me a lot. Woohoo! That's brought me a lot of peace, and it's the concept of being with your suffering. So there is this amazing, amazing book that I got called Mud No Lotus, and it's by, I'm just gonna attempt to say his name. He's absolutely incredible. It's Thich Nhat Hanh. And I know I'm probably butchering it, and you guys are like, what the heck? But absolutely incredible book. And he talks just all about, he's a monk, and he's, you guys know if you're watching this and you're like, Teresa, this is how you say it. You're going to be like, I know what you're talking about. But he just talks about such amazing things. But in this specific book, No Mud No Lotus, he talks all about just being and being with your suffering, because a lot of the times, I would say almost 100% of the time, and I'm just going to keep moving this because that's just the kind of human I am, but he talks about how a lot of the times we just think that we need to avoid suffering, right? We think that we need to avoid actually feeling bad feelings, and that is not the case at all. 0%, that's not the case. We never need to avoid suffering. We are spiritual, energetic beings, right? On this human planet, right? And none of us know why we're here. So the biggest thing is, I've had videos, right, where I've spoken about anxiety, I've spoken about depression, I've spoken about those things. And I would always, all the time, just try to avoid my suffering. I'd be like, no, I'm not anxious. No, I'm not depressed. And then what happens is my, that anxiety, that depression would come back in full force. And I'm like, what the heck? Why do I feel this way? Why? I don't want to feel this way. Come on. And I just never understood it, right? And it all makes sense, because the more that you push something away, the more it's gonna come. It's just I went to a forum this weekend, and I've learned about this before too, but it's just if I told you, hey, you do not think about a purple giraffe with big, beautiful yellow wings dancing at a bar, right? You're like, that's all I can think about, right? That's all you can think about is this purple giraffe with these yellow wings dancing at a bar. And that's just the way our mind works, right? We are meaning machines. We try to make meaning out of everything. We're always we need to know where this anxiety is coming from, where this depression is coming from. But when you take a moment to be I'm sitting in my suffering, doesn't mean that you're just going to be suffering all the time, right? Because guess what happens? You've spent all this time trying to understand this anxiety and depression, and then you finally sit with it, and then you're like, what was I even trying to accomplish? Because then you come to accept it, right? You're like, okay, I am feeling anxious, I am feeling depressed. And then eventually you're gonna be like, well, then now what? Like, why did I just spend 3 days feeling this way? And why? You know? And so it's just an amazing concept that I've just thought about in my head. Just accepting yourself. Accepting yourself. Like, if I was feeling anxious today, okay, feeling anxious, now what am I gonna do? What helps me? Coping strategies, running, yoga, meditating, dancing, singing, laughing, talking with a good friend, someone that's gonna bring you up. Any of these beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous things that will help you. So it takes you to a place of empowerment, of like, hell yeah, I got this, because you finally have like a hold on it, right? That's what it's all about. And that's when living starts to happen. It starts happening when you're like, got this by the horns. I'm just being me, and that's all I set out to be. And I set out to love every single person that is in my life, and I set out to love every single thing, every single animal, every single beautiful thing. I love this, whatever. You guys are propped up on one of my plants, but I was gonna grab that, but I can't grab that. Just anything. I love everything and anything around me, because I come from a place of integrity, of knowing myself and knowing what triggers these anxious thoughts. Think about it that way. How would you talk to your best friend if they came to you with a problem? Start talking to yourself as if you were the most important thing in your life. And another thing, it's not selfish to take care of yourself, right? It's not selfish to be like, I need to take care of myself today. I'm not going to talk with people today. I'm going to hang out at my house. I'm going to do some yoga, take a bath. I'm going to meditate. And the world can kind of do their thing, but today it's me day. And it's not selfish, because how can you pour out of an empty cup? You can't. And it's like, you have this cup of water, you're trying to pour, right? And you can pour into someone else's cup and it could start overflowing, right? But that's only if there's water in your cup. If you're pouring out of an empty cup, nothing happens. There's just no way. You know this, you've experienced it, right? Where you're just like trying so hard to be like, I want to help you, I want to do this and this, but you're running on E, and it's going nowhere. Your friend's having a meltdown, right? Your friend's like bearing their soul to you, and then you're going through your own crap, right? You're thinking like, how am I even gonna handle this? And that's when it becomes like a nuisance in your head. You start to overthink what your friend's telling you, is when you're overwhelmed yourself. And you can't help anyone out at that point, because you have all these things to kind of listen to and work through. So just know, one, you're not any less of a being if you're scared, frightened, depressed, anxious, any of it, right? You're not any less. We're all scared, right? We all have moments of being scared. There's not one person in this planet that has never experienced fear, right? It's society's thing. We're kind of born into a world of life is scary, life is dangerous, like, uh-oh, like we first start walking as babies, and when you fall, someone around you's like, ah, for a second, right? Not all the time. I mean, it just depends on who was parenting you and who is taking care of you, but at a moment in time, you've had that, so you've learned, uh-oh, like when things go wrong, or wrong, quote unquote. And so you're not any less of a being if you worry. And learn to accompany and be a best friend to those thoughts. Be with them. Be with them. And listen to this book. It's absolutely amazing. Like, no Mud No Lotus. I'm obsessed with books and obsessed with reading, so you're going to hear a lot of books coming from me. So just know, I love you. The world loves you. The world supports you. The universe supports you. My biggest tip for working with anxiety, working through anxiety, is to be with your emotions. Fill up your cup. Love yourself. I love you. The world loves you. Everyone loves you. Come on. Look at you. You're amazing. And I hope you guys have just such a wonderful, amazing, spectacular, joy-filled day. It's so good to just make this video and talk. Absolutely amazing. Life is spectacular. Life is shiny. I am joyous. You are joyous. My light honors your light. Namaste. Have an amazing day, guys. The brightest light in me sees and honors the brightest light in you. You guys are absolutely incredible. It's just incredible. You guys have an amazing day. Bye for now. Just for now. Who knows when I'll see you next, but it's a bye for now. Bye, guys.